Yes. Um, Today I would like to bring up, talk about the subject of laughter. Laughter being the best medicine. Yeah, it's been proven that we're better off smiling rather than having a scowl on your face, right? It's doctors and researchers have all said it's better to be, have a happy heart than be angry all the time, right? If we feel we're a bad lucky person, or we had being born in this world, we had a, a bad card, or we think of ourselves as being a bad card, and then we would have a kind of negativity about life and how we view the world. So all the research in the world has always said it's always good to be smiling rather than to have a skull. All the research in the world coming out over the years said the same thing. And it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I agree 199% with that. Yeah. And I know the world isn't easy, right? We in the world, we come into the world, we got to compete with other people for jobs. You know, we are very much tested in the workplace because the workplace is the greatest source of stress, right? That's been proven. Get most of the stress in the workplace. So the society these days, when you get a job, the co-workers and all that, lots of times they view you as a competitor on the job, a competitor. Sometimes you got a position or something like that, and the rest of them want your job because for the added pay or more pay, more money, motivated by that. Uh, it's um, like a den of a den of cockroaches. I would think that's one way of describing it. Yeah, I read from reading. I was an avid reader over the years, and I would come across this thing about laughter is good. Laughter, and sure, it makes a lot of sense. You know, it makes a lot of sense because when you laugh a lot, you laugh at the fragility of life. You laugh at the problems of life, right? The challenges in life. And the more you take it on, as the more old you'll become. The more old looking you'll age overnight. So a better approach would be to handle it with with laughter. You know, handle it with you know like a comedy. Like a comedy show, right? I feel we got no choice with that, right? Because it won't do us harm to to be laughing more, to be smiling more. I think a lot more good will come from that. I know it's easier said than done. I know people, a lot of people probably would agree with me and say, "Oh, easier said than done." The real world is not like that. Sure, we have a lot of things to make us be very serious about life, right? The world is a serious place. So I think a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, right? And there will be some that agree with me. But for me personally, what I get over the years or what I learn, my experience being in this world, is that that would be something good. Laughter is the best medicine. That would be something good. Um, because you want to incorporate into your life as many pluses, as many attitudes that would help you along the road called life. Anything that would make you a more positive thinking person, right? Um, why would you want to refuse that? That'd be great, because it's only going to help you, right? It can't be bad for you. So when I really studied it, I said, yeah, this is a good subject. This is some along the lines of something that I think and I agree with, right? Even though I'm not a natural comedian, I have some talent in that regard, but I'm not a real comedian like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and those guys, you know. I don't come up with jokes after jokes, and I'm not smiling every day. I'd really like to do more smiling, more of that stuff, because that would only be good for me. But you can't go wrong with laughter. You can't go wrong. You gotta laugh at your problems, laugh at your frustrations, laugh at your failures. You know, laugh at your misinterpretation of things, or your misunderstanding of people, or your forgetfulness. You know, because as we age, we forget more and more. Of course, that's standard, right? So if you don't laugh at these things, you'll be crying. So it makes a lot of sense to be laughing rather than crying. And you can't go wrong with that, right? So I intend to incorporate that in my life, right? Try with it to do more laughter and all that, because I think it's only going to help me. It can't be a minus; it's only going to be a plus, right? And I would encourage other people to take the same approach, because I don't see how you could go wrong with something like that, right? How would you go around with something like that? Being more positive, being more happy. You know, it'll make you a more pleasant, a more happier person than what you are. You know, it's all called um, survivability. It will help you to survive better in a world gone mad, in a crazy world, right? A crazy world of all manners of mass shootings, war, starvation around the world, out of control inflation, rising prices, housing problems, homelessness, you know, you name it. Laughter is only going to help you deal with those problems, right? It can't be a minus, right? And as much laughter as possible. You know, if you could smile every day, make it one of your do's. The smile every day, smile at the craziness surrounding you. It will be very good for your blood pressure. You know, very good for your overall health. I can't see how it's going to be a minus. Can't. Common sense tell you that. So that is what I plan to do and start doing a lot more of, right? Now sometimes I laugh a lot. If I look at a video, like a jokey video, I would laugh a lot, right? For that particular video. But I don't incorporate that in my whole 8-hour day. Sorry, my whole 24-hour day when I'm awake, right? So that's something which I should have been doing more. But that would only be a plus to me, so that's something I'll do a lot more of, and I will encourage more and more people to do it. Because you can't go around with laughter. You gotta laugh at all the problems around you, right? You know? So what could we do? What could we do? We have no choice, right? No choice in a world gone mad. And with that said and done, I'm out.